So I'm a mom, but I wanted to ask you guys as parents of young children, when do you think you are going to allow the kids to watch Supernatural, and how are you going to deal with more difficult character developments, like when Dean
like when Sam and Ruby, like that character development?
That too, yes.
What are you getting at, Marlena?
I guess it's because my kids are 10 and 7 and they want to watch it, and I'm making those decisions and whether they're ready for it. But as dads, now here's Dad on TV. So it's, how are you going to plan on dealing with that?
Great question. And one that I know we think about a lot because we talk about it. Not so much as like, when are you going to show them, but about, so my boys and his girl, when we leave Austin to go to work, we're like, hey, we're going to work. And they're all, like, hey, you're going to work. And so it's not like, well, we're just going to go for a walk, and we come back a week later. So they know a little bit of what we do. The TV has been on before, and it's been us. I know in my house, or like when they're on the iPad and they go to YouTube or something, and it's like recommended because one time you watched a gag reel, so it's like recommended, Sam gets killed by blah blah. They're like, oh, Daddy. I actually had a funny, earlier this year, now that y'all seen the torture scene, I had the stuff on my face and blood and fake cuts, and I get a FaceTime from my wife. And I'm like, oh, great, I'm in my trailer or something, and I answer it, and I'm holding it, and then brrrr, the noise, and it goes to my son, Tom. And he's like, Daddy, what's on your face? And I was like, oh, and so I'm showing him, I'm like, no, look, it's not real, look, it doesn't hurt, it's like a tattoo, because they have like little dragon stickers and, fly tattoos, which you put upside down, you get it wet, and you pull it off. It's like, hey, scare mommy, there's a fly on you. They think it's the coolest thing in the world. And so I went back to my special effects makeup artists who did it, and I was like, hey guys, do y'all mind giving me, I'm gonna be home this weekend. My son was freaking out thinking that I was like really hurt because it looked so real. I tweeted a picture of it, like it looks real. The same day I was Facebooking them, or Facebook, whatever it's called, FaceTiming. And so I took some home, I took some injuries home, and I was like, hey guys, do y'all remember Daddy, and he was hurt and it wasn't real? I was like, do you want to do it? And Shep was like, no. And Tom was like, me neither. And I was like, oh, okay, I guess they're over. He goes, wait, is it just like a tattoo? And I was like, just like a tattoo. He's like, okay. And so we go, and I get a little, it looks like a scrape. I actually have a video of it. It's phenomenal. I put it on him, and he's watching me. He's sitting on the bathroom floor, and I get the little tattoo injury, and I put it on his knee, and then I get the towel, and I run under the sink, and kind of squeegee out the excess water, and hold it on, and he's like, we're counting, and 10 seconds goes by, or whatever, and I pull the towel off, and he's like, from this to,
yeah, it looks like a giant gash in his leg.
Yeah, and he's going, blood, blood. And
he's screaming. So what does Jared do? He goes and gets his phone. I mean, his 4-year-old is like, he's like, hang on, Tom. What's wrong, buddy? What's wrong?
Ooh, that looks bad, Tom. That looks real bad.
So then Jen comes running in, and she's going to like pull it off. He's like, no, don't touch it, don't touch it.
And he is flipping out, like totally flipping out. And he was there the whole time. And he's like my brave kid who falls, and he's like, I'm fine. But he was just absolutely flipping out. And they're kind of because they're made to be injuries. Unlike these were specifically made to be able to get sprayed with water when they were doing the water torture and not fall off. Like it wasn't like, oh, okay, I'll just rinse it underwater, it's gonna fall off. Like it took a little bit. We had to like cover it with a towel. And I was like hanging out with him in the bathroom, going like, all right, buddy, peeking under. Is it gone? Pretty soon. But it looks so real. It looks so real that he flipped out. So I think
child abuse is alive and well in the Padalovers household.
So there's certain things that I don't think I want them to see too much. Anytime
Judging
soon.
from that reaction, for sure.
Judging from that reaction.
Yeah, it'll certainly be a while before, and who knows? Maybe they won't be into that. They'll want to watch something else. But luckily we haven't. We're not quite at those decision-making phases yet. But they're coming soon for sure. So, well, I guess we'll deal with it when we have to. There's going to be a whole other whack of shows on at that point. Supernatural will still be on, of course. But.
And you said yours are 7 and 10?
Yes.
Do they watch?
My 10-year-old wants to. He's very into the DC Marvel and all
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
So, and I allow him to watch it. And every once in a while, my younger one, when it's a more funny episode, I
Sure.
like she, liked when you got scared by the cat.
And at 7 and 10, especially if it's not daddy on screen, I think
Yeah.
it's easy to explain, like to pretend and I remember my brother watched Flight of the Phoenix and I died and he said he had to get up out of the room. He's like, it was just weird, man. It just was weird. He's like, he's a doctor, he's rational, he's like, but it just was like, I'm gonna get up, and he left the movie theater. I mean, he was fine, he kinda laughed about it, but he's okay. But yeah, thank you.